Hi everybody, this is a quick video on the M check or M sweep, and it's designed as a pre-ride check, a quick check over your bike to make sure that it's good to go. It doesn't replace your daily maintenance or your weekly maintenance checks. And the reason why it's called an M check is because it's shaped like an M, starts at the front, comes up, goes back down, comes up and goes back down. It's a sweep with the idea is that we don't miss things. So it's a system. So the start at the front. So at the front I'm actually checking to see whether the wheel bearing is loose by giving it a wobble side to side. That seems fine. Checking the tyre has enough depth on it and it's inflated. So we should also check to see if our nuts are tight. Obviously we can't adjust them with our fingers, but we can check to see if they are loose. Any pullers need to be positioned in a backward position so that you're not going to catch it. Quick look around the spokes, make sure they seem okay, and if I can I'm going to check to see if there is meat on the front brake pads. I'm also going to check the forks, make sure they're not leaking and there's no dripping or anything like that there. So that looks good. So continuing up, forks are all look good, little run over, little check here. Handlebars are secure and square. Make sure that your clutch lever has play in it, your brake lever has tension in it. At this point you can start the bike, check your lights, make sure they're working and leave the ignition on. You could also check your kill switch. Pull it off the stand, front brake, rock, make sure there's movement and free movement in the front forks. Coming back here, we'll then check that we've got fuel and the adequate fuel for the ride ahead, or make note that we need to go and get fuel en route. Coming down this way, I'm going to just do a visual check over everything I see. And when I get down to here, I'm going to check that the gear lever is indexing and it's folding and it is nicely attached. I've got good set pegs, make sure they're working. My chain looks okay, doesn't look too damaged or anything in that sense. Quick look over, make sure everything is fine. I'm going to do the same on the other side. While I'm here, I'm going to have a little look at my rear spring, make sure that's not leaking. Run my finger in around the back of the shock to make sure that it is not dripping anything. If we can, and this bike is appropriate, we can actually check the oil level at this point. Come and check that the brake lever has pressure and play, and that's good, and I can actually check the reservoir here is actually full. So coming back up here, I'm going to go to my seat, make sure my seat's attached, all good. I'm going to actually check that my bags are fastened and secure. One thing I don't like, and we don't like to see, is lots of straps hanging loose because they can get caught in a chain and that can be quite catastrophic. While you're here, if the engine is still running or the bike switched on, you can check the rear brake lights on the rear lights. You can also check to see whether or not there is anything touching an exhaust. I'm going to come all the way back down to complete the end of our M. We're going to check our chains tightness, and we're going to check the back tyre and back wheel. Look around, make sure, give it a wobble, see if the wheel bearings are loose. They're all good. Give it a big wobble to see if there's any play in the rear swing arm. No, there isn't. In the back, my tyres, look, I've got a grip, and my spokes, nothing sticking out and looking strange. Whilst we're in this position, we can also check to see if there's any meat on the rear pads. We can do that by looking inside this gap here, and they're good to go. Final check of the chain, tyre pressures, adjust as we go. That's the end of the M check. It's super quick, super fast. It can be done before you go for a ride, as in a pre-ride check. It can be done at the end of the day so that you know what needs to be fixed before you go the next day. And it can also be done in your garage before you take your bike out the next morning. Hope this helps. This is part of the OGA Guides syllabus. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have anything to add to the M check, please put it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. There's more information about other videos coming out very soon in this series of how to do things. Please check the links below to the websites, etc. Take care, safe travels.